Number 1 is Mo Donegal by Uncle Mo. And they're off in the Remsen. As they come on for the finish, and it's going to be tight here in the Remsen. Mo Donegal bearing down on the outside. It's Mo Donegal and early voting, and it is Mo Donegal to win the Wood Memorial. And it will be Mo Donegal to win the Test of the Champion, the Belmont Stakes.
Hello everybody, time for another edition of the Daily Racing Form Kentucky Derby Clocker Report, brought to you by the good folks at Spendthrift Farm, the home of 5-time reigning champion sire Into Mischief, who is the sire of this year's Wood Memorial winner and Kentucky Derby contender Resilience, who we talked about yesterday, working here his final serious work for the Derby. Now today, it was a quiet morning. Really the highlight of the morning from a Kentucky Derby Oaks standpoint was the first appearance of likely Derby favorite Fierceness. He arrived early yesterday morning, did not go to the track yesterday, came out today during the Derby Oaks session we talk about all the time, had a routine gallop, and I thought he looked very, very good. Seems to have come out of that terrific work that I saw last Friday down at Palm Beach Downs in good fashion, and he is scheduled to have one more work here, more of a maintenance work, I'm sure. I think if Todd has his druthers, it'll be on Friday. We're going to watch the weather, though. That could affect everything over the weekend. But right now, chances are Friday will be the day for Fierceness. Sierra Leone out again today, was galloping right behind his stablemate Domestic Product, who shipped up from Florida himself a couple of days ago. Sierra Leone coming over from Keeneland. Thought he had another good morning. We'll get one more work out of him. It'll be more of a maintenance variety, I believe, too. I think that one, both Domestic Product and Sierra Leone, scheduled to work on Saturday. Mystic Dan is one horse that caught my eye this morning. He had that fast bullet work here on Saturday. He's bounced out of it well last 2 days, yesterday, today. Full of energy here in the morning, like what I saw from him. First sighting today of Catalytic, also up from Florida for the Derby. He will have his final work. I think that is also scheduled for Friday. The Brad Cox group are all out after the renovation break. After the first renovation break during the Derby Oaks session. Dornock was out then, looked good. He looked like he's come out of his work well. Society Man, his stablemate who we worked with on Saturday, was the last Derby and Oaks galloper this morning, came out at 9 o'clock. Got a little rank at first, but then settled into a nice, easy gallop and had a good morning himself. The real action on the Derby Oaks front for today, anyway, was down at Gulfstream Park, where we had one Derby worker and one Oaks worker. The track there has been a little slow. It was a little on the cuppy side when I left, and from talking to the clockers and the trainers of the two horses that worked this morning, they agree that today, too, a little on the slow side. So the time's a bit irrelevant. Gramo the first, the Derby contender, he went 6 furlongs in 1:16.2. He had his regular rider, Amicio Jaramillo, aboard. I got to see tapes of these works, was able to time them from the good people at XBTV. Thank you for that. He galloped out a mile in 1:44, just an easy work. His trainer Victor Barboza very happy afterward. He's not a flashy workhorse anyway. He leaves tomorrow. He will be here tomorrow afternoon or Friday morning, and I'm losing track of the days. Thursday morning, but he will not have another work here. Nor will Fiona's Magic, the Devona Dale winner. She worked. She actually left the 3/4 pole this morning. Worked an official 5/8 in 1:01.2. She was asked to finish up. About the last eighth of a mile was sent along to the wire before easing up into the turn. This is her first work, so it's a pretty disappointing performance in the Gulfstream Oaks, but she came out of the race with an infection, had a lot of mucus in her lungs, so this was going to be her one and only work before the Oaks. So that's about it. Tomorrow, the action picks up exponentially as we move forward. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. There's some chance of rain tonight, but hopefully it'll clear out. Everything will be good by the weekend. And like I said, just keep it tuned here, DRF.com, for the best coverage of Kentucky Derby, Kentucky Oaks 2024.